welcome to Repertory Company Theater's RCT360. And ladies, we are here for episode Sweet 16. Can you believe it?
That's amazing. I can't believe it.
I'm Deidre Sherm.
I'm Laura Alley.
And I'm Rachel Ratcliffe.
And we're so glad that you are all here to join us. If you will like, comment, and let us know that you're here, we'd love to say hello. And this week, ladies, if you haven't even already gotten a clue, the theme is What's the Score? We are celebrating all things fun activities, sports, and really bringing teams together. And I'm so glad that we're a team here together. And just to start it off, right off the bat, ladies, I have a challenge for you. Are you up for a challenge?
I'm ready.
Always.
Okay, it's going to require that you have your phone. Do you have a phone nearby?
Okay.
Yes.
I do.
Okay. I need you to set that on record because I'm going to send you on a little scavenger hunt. This challenge is twofold. One, find the items. Two, you're going to be required to sing a very knowledgeable, well-known, exciting song, and that song is Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So this is what I need you to do. In the amount of time it takes you to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, I need you to find three things. Something that will represent your bat, something that will represent a ball, and something that will represent the catcher's mitt. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your phones on.
Oh, okay. Hold
Ready?
on.
Okay.
Video.
Set. Go.
Oh.
Okay.
To leave.
Okay. Let's see.
To leave. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Take me out to the ball game. Hi guys, I'm doing a bit. Take me out to the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if I ever get back.
What in my child's room looks like a bat? So let's root for the home team. Oh, I'm waiting. I'm running out of time.
Oh, I got my glove.
They don't win, it's a shame.
If they don't win, it's a shame.
For it's 1,
For it's 1, 2.
2. Also 3 strikes, you're out.
3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
At the old ball. Oh crud, this is hard.
I'm gonna hit this.
Game! Olé!
Home run!
Okay, this'll work.
Okay, here I am.
Back.
All right.
Back.
All right, ladies, show me what you got.
I got this fabulous cleaning glove for my mitt. I got a broom for my bat, and I got some masking tape as my ball.
Oh, very, very creative. Thank you. What you got, Rachel?
Okay, I got the top to an activity mat for my bat. I got a monkey for my ball, and I got the letter O for a mitt. I panicked at the end, y'all. I'm sorry. And the toddler wants it all back in his knot, please.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, good job on the challenge,
Thank you.
ladies. Now, that song is something that's always sung during the 7th inning stretch of our baseball games here in America. So, not very many people know a lot about that song. So, I'd like you to take a look and maybe learn a little something on our What's the Score Day. Watch this.
This week, millions of baseball fans were excited for baseball's opening day. Our fans right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area were just as excited to see the opening. And even though they couldn't celebrate in the stadium, for those fans who have spent years cheering on the Texas Rangers, they watched cardboard cutouts sit in the seats of Globe Life Field while they found ways to cheer at home. One of the long-standing traditions of baseball is singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Would you believe this over 100-year-old song was written by two men who at the time had never even attended a baseball game? Yes, Jack Norworth was riding a subway train back in the early 1900s and wrote the lyrics about a gal named Katie Casey who didn't want to go on a date with her boyfriend unless it was to a ball game. Jack then reached out to his friend, composer Albert von Tilzer, who then added the music, and it turned out to be the most popular song of the year of 1908. It wasn't until 16 years later that it was played at a baseball game and finally made it to the 1934 World Series for its major league debut. My sources say it's the third most frequently sung tune that Americans sing, only behind Happy Birthday and the Star-Spangled Banner. The song has been recorded by well-known talents. Harpo Marx played it on his harp for the I Love Lucy show, Gene Kelly, Frank Sinatra, Carly Simon, Billy Joel, and many more. Today, the original written lyrics are on display at the National Baseball Hall of Fame in New York. Not bad for a guy who attended his first baseball game over 30 years after he wrote the song. So next time you sing about peanuts and Cracker Jacks, you'll know a little more about the history of this beloved song. Now play ball!
Isn't that interesting, ladies?
Amazing. I had no idea.
No clue.
I know, crazy. Well, by the way, what are some of your favorite sports? Or did you play any sports growing up? I don't even really know.
I believe I played soccer as a very, very little child, maybe second or third grade, and did not do well. And that was about it for me as far as sports go. Kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah, my sport growing up was trying to avoid playing sports, which I don't mean to brag, but I kind of excelled.
I did at one point play on like the third string softball junior high team for a while, and I think we spent more time like running into each other than we did scoring any runs. But I am now in a family with 3 boys and a husband who loves sports, and it's kind of a big part of our life. But we enjoy it. We love the teams. We love being together and cheering on our local teams, and we sure hope that we're going to get a chance to get back together sometime soon. Well, now that we're through that, Laura, you've got a wonderful interview, I hear, for In the Spotlight. Take it away.
My In the Spotlight guest this week is someone who I've known for many, many years. Please welcome to the webcast, Jeff Kavanaugh. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Laura. It's nice to see you.
Gonna have to call you J-Cab. They don't call you J-Cab on the radio, though, do they?
No, they don't. That was a football nickname, and the football years are pretty much over because I am 36, but my right knee is 150.
Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
My name is Jeff Kavanaugh, and once upon a time, I played sports. Now I talk about them. For the last 10 years, I've worked at 105.3 The Fan in DFW. So when you're in your car, you just turn your little radio dial and put it on 105.3 The Fan, and that makes you a good person. Or you could use the radio.com app and listen that way. See, there we go. I helped everybody. Streaming's important right now because not everybody's in their cars. But I do sports radio. I've been doing it for the last 10 years, and we have unique challenges and differences over the last 4 months than it's been for quite a while, but here we are.
That actually leads to my next question, which is how has your line of work in radio changed because of the pandemic?
Number one, we normally have our show is from 2 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday on The Fan, and normally we have myself, Gavin Dawson, and Brian Broaddus, my 2 co-hosts. We would all be in the same room. We would be in a studio, and now we are not. So every show either has 1 or 0 people that go to the studio by themselves. My studio is now right here. I sit in my office and I do radio from here. And the other difference is, what in the world are you going to talk about? So we have to talk about coronavirus a lot, and we have to do as many like previews of the sports coming back as we can. And for 5 hours a day, it can be a challenge to come up with enough content to fill 5 hours, but the job is the job. So we figure out how to do it. And now that sports are coming back, it's getting a lot easier.
Yes. And how did you get into radio in the first place?
I grew up with a couple of buddies in high school, John and Will, and their uncle did a Saturday show on The Fan 10 years ago. And we went to a birthday party, and we were drinking cold beer and other things. And I got into an argument with their uncle about something about basketball. I don't even remember, Kobe Bryant or something. And when we were done arguing, he was like, you know what just happened there? And I said, yeah, I just told you what's what. And he was like, well, no, that's called a segment. That's a segment. And he asked me to fill out an application to do sports radio. And I was like, that's insane, but sure. And they hired me, to answer the phone. And so I was answering phones, and then I learned to push buttons, run the board. And then I learned to engineer and run like press conferences. Then from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., the guy I was with answering his phones asked me to start turning on my microphone the last hour of the show from midnight to 1 a.m. and read stupid things off the internet and make jokes. And I said, okay. And then when he got let go, the guy I'm with now, Gavin Dawson, asked our bosses, hey, I want Jeff. And so if that didn't happen, who knows what happens. And I've been working with him for the last 7.5 years. I don't even know. I'm bad at years. But it's been 10 years now, and now I have a microphone, and it's glorious.
Nice. That's a kind of a dream job. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but how is it coming up with content for a 5-hour show every day with sports being shut down?
It's a lot harder. I mean, it used to be basically take your pick of real life sports stories that are happening and like, all right, which ones are we going to talk about? All right, what time do you want to do that one? Boom, boom, boom. You put them in 3 segments an hour, 5 hours. Realistically, you probably need 30 topics, 30 to 45 ready per day, because you never know. Every topic doesn't actually take you 12 to 15 minutes. Some of them don't need that long to be talked about. So now every website I can find about every sport I can find, every backstory on players you can find, every whatever. I try to make a video every day on YouTube. It's just youtube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh. And I'll ask people like, hey, in the comments, leave what you want to talk about tomorrow. And when I get something good, I'll copy and paste, and I'm like, bam, radio tomorrow. I'll put that in the radio show. I'll also put it on the YouTube channel. So I'll crowdsource it. I'll ask Facebook. I'll ask Twitter. Anything and everything you can. And we will veer off probably the sports page more often. So one of my favorite things to do is to Google the words news study and then just hit the news tab. And then I'll look for goofy stories, something that I think will be entertaining instead of sports.
Right.
And we figure it out.
They give you a little bit of a segment where you can talk about whatever you want too, don't they? Every day. Jeffrey Time?
It's technically not called Jeffrey Time anymore.
What's it called?
It's called Jeff's Unnamed Segment, because we're a sports show, and maybe I got a little too wild with Jeffrey Time. And so now it's my unnamed segment. And most days but here's how you pull the end around on giant corporations like our parent company, is Gavin throws it to me to tease the segment. I tease something sports related. So they're like, oh yeah, see, he is talking sports. And then we come back and I'll either say something about sports for like 60 seconds and then move on to Bigfoot news or whatever. Or I'll say, we're going to talk about the Cowboys, whatever, in just a couple of minutes. But first, and then I'll go to something that has nothing to do with sports, and I'll try to do the entire segment and never get to what I said I was going to get to. So yeah, 5:40 every day.
Nice. The NBA obviously is making a comeback this week. There's a Mavs game tonight. Do you think it will be the same kind of experience with no actual fans in the stands?
No, but in some ways I think it's way more entertaining, because I like to watch the crowd now because they're not real. Whether it's baseball games with the cardboard cutouts or basketball games with the digital fans, who I'm still not sure if that's real people that are in front of a camera right now or if it's like pre-made from a video game. I don't know. But it's funny to watch. It's different because, like, let's say the Lakers right now, right? The LA Lakers have the best record in the Western Conference. So they would be the home team throughout the playoffs. They would have their home fans for 4 games out of 7 every series. Now you have no home court advantage. So it's really interesting in that it's like, all right, sorry, congrats on all the games that you won, but now there's literally no benefit of it other than, in theory, you won that many games, so you still get to play the worst team in the playoffs, but your home court advantage is gone. But I really like to watch when the players are running around, and especially in baseball, when the Angels player caught a fly ball right at the wall, and it's like this great sports action photo, and you're like, what a catch! And then you look up a little bit, and you're like, right in front of 4 stuffed bears and 3 stuffed elephants. So I think it's awesome. I think it's great.
Well, some of the NFL players have voiced concerns about going back with camp and everything starting with COVID and everything. What are your thoughts on that?
It makes sense. I mean, a lot of these guys will have specific reasons, whether it's at-risk family members, history in their family, newborns, like all sorts of different things where they're just like, I don't want to take the risk of spreading that virus in our household, or whatever their reasoning may be. And I'm all for that. Take care of yourself, make whatever decision you think is best for you. And I just think it's really interesting because now we know what works. The NBA bubble works.
Right.
Getting to Disney and cutting out the entire outside world, and nobody in here has it, and nobody's allowed in, and you can't leave, and if you do, you have to quarantine. That works. And so far, they're cruising right along. Baseball has protocols in place, but they're traveling. Our team is coming to play your team. We'll be here. We'll play 2 or 3 games, and then boom, we're going to move on. And the Marlins, whether they broke protocol or not, excuse me, they now have over half their team has coronavirus.
Wow.
So they're going to go an entire week without playing a game, which then alters the team who's supposed to play them, or the team's schedule. And then they're just adjusting the schedule on the fly. And 2 teams who weren't supposed to play each other were like, well, we're both available. You want to sneak some games in? So they play each other. Now there's 6 teams that aren't going to play today because it's 6 out of 30. That's 20% of the league that's not going to play today because of the virus. And the NFL has bigger teams than that.
Right.
The MLB normally is a 25-man roster. This year it's 30 because of the virus. NFL is 53. NFL camps are 80. So it's a lot of people where you're asking a lot of people to, on their own, be doing the right things to not have this. And you can test all you want. Baseball's testing. It hadn't stopped 6 teams from not being able to play. I think everybody's cautiously optimistic because, like, football is my favorite sport. I miss sports. Watching the Clippers and Lakers play last night was awesome. It was magic. The Mavericks play tonight. It's great.
Right.
But we're banking on a lot of individuals doing everything that they have to do to not contract the virus. And without the bubble, so far, not great. But we'll see.
So we can all learn from the NBA and their bubble. It's just pretty amazing that they pulled that together. But that's what happens when you got NBA money, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, you just buy Disney.
Exactly. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. I know you've got to hurry on to work because you have your show this afternoon. We appreciate you being here, and hopefully we will see you real time soon, but can't wait to hear you on the radio today.
All right. Thank you, Laura. I'm going to go to work now. I'm here. This is it.
Thank you, Jeff. You're awesome.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Laura. That is so interesting what Jeff has to do. A whole show with no sports going on. I do hope that we're going to be able to get back together sometime soon. Well, I'm glad you have a moment so that you can regroup, because I know Rachel is ready for some competition with Broadway trivia and even has a special guest. So, Rachel, take it away.
Thank you, and welcome to, dare I say, the most special segment of Broadway trivia ever in the history of RCT360, because today, in addition to our own amazing, beautiful snowflake Laura Alley, we have my favorite single female, the woman who is on my quarantine, the woman that watches my child on Friday afternoons, the woman who birthed me in a difficult birth, and which is why I am claustrophobic to this day. Please welcome my mother, Tana Lazaroff.
Hello.
Hi, Mom. How you doing?
I'm doing so well, and thank you for having me. I've learned from watching CNN, it's proper to say, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, that's so good. Quarantine has really paid off for you, Mother.
It has. I have a lot of new quarantine skills.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Mother. And as you can see, I get a lot of my charm and voice from this woman right here. So, Mother, you're familiar with the concept of quarantine confessions, which is not the segment that we're doing. But you're familiar with Broadway trivia too, is this correct?
Yes.
And you know that
Yes.
you need a sound to buzz in with. So I know you know the answer.
Yes. Well, I have consulted with an expert, my 2-year-old grandson. I have taken his advice, and my sound will be meow.
Very good, because Leo, being on the nose as he is, loves to meow. So very good.
Yeah.
Laura, today, what is your sound going to be?
It's still going to be my with my koozie.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke.
don't fix it.
No.
Now, I don't know if you know this, Mother, but Laura's coming off a loss. It's a loss. It's in the loss column. So she needs a win here today.
I did a little research. Miss Lori Westbrooks gave me a book called Musicals. It has a lot of pertinent information in it about
Wow, that's a lot.
I'm feeling really intimidated.
Yeah.
near me, hoping it like soaks in. It's quite large.
All right. Well, Laura, I might need to warn you that the questions could be slightly like this much stilted to give this one a little bit of a leg up, because
That's
you know
okay.
I see her a lot, and there's that. So just be aware of that, but I think you both have a very, very level chance of winning this. We're going to start right now with question number 1. Kudos for holding your arm in the same position for so long. Raved fans about this local actress's performance in RCT's production of Beauty and the Beast. Okay, actually, I think Laura got that.
This would be Rachel as Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast.
That is correct. And a
I
couple
need to meow faster.
Yeah, meow faster, Mom. But I was able to hold my arm as a teapot as Mrs. Potts for a really long time, and the people noticed. So, not to toot my own horn, but I will. Mother, you got this one. Question number 2. Are you ready? Okay, all right. And, staying on a theme, local actress Rachel Ratcliffe made her theater debut as Molly in Midland Community Theater's production. Okay, I'm going to give it to my mother, mostly because it's just my mother. But I think that if we went back to the tape, it would be really, really close. Mother, what do you think the answer is?
That would be Midland Community Theater's production of Molly.
Yes, correct. That is right. Where I played Molly, and my mother was in the chorus as, a Boylan sister, a homeless person, a maid, Annette, the satin sheets, I think, and also a hooker. So it was really, we were, it was a proud time for.
I need to see some photos of that.
And it was mostly just because they were thinking, what can we do with this stage mom that's always here?
Not true.
Just let her play a
We'll
hooker.
show photos. Fun fact, a friend of mine that lives in Midland now sent photos to me, and I had forgotten that in all of that, 1930s setting, Mom was rocking like a Jane Fonda perm.
Pretty awesome.
And it was amazing. Yeah. Very period specific, but you look so cute. So question number 3 of Broadway trivia for the day. The old Rick's Funeral Home and guard skis were located on this street in Lubbock, Texas. Mother, what is it?
Broadway.
Yes, Broadway.
That is not in my book.
But it's Broadway.
It is Broadway.
Broadway.
I'm taking a guess.
Broadway trivia.
I'm taking a guess.
All right. No, and again, staying on the theme, and again, this may be in your book, Laura. Number 4. This was the name of the high school girls singing ensemble that Tana Lazaroff formed with her friends, which Yes, Mother.
That would be the Lively Ones.
Oh my gosh,
Laura,
Lively
you did not know
Ones?
that?
It's called The Lively Ones?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I love that name.
Yeah.
And did you sing Broadway songs, maybe?
Well, maybe. Yeah.
Allegedly.
We were multifaceted in the group, yeah.
All right.
We're a lively
And it
bunch.
was the 70s, 60s, late 60s, early 70s. So.
Nice.
Would you consider yourself to be like the John, Paul, George, or Ringo of the Lively Ones?
More like the Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Okay, well, are you Peter, Paul, or Mary, or Puff the Magic Dragon?
Mary.
Okay, yeah, no,
Mary.
mom's a Mary. That's fair. Okay, and finally, final question. And Mother, I know you know this. Obviously, Laura knows this. We don't want to talk like a pirate that leans Irish, but we have to because the people demand it. And the weird thing is now Mom is like, just talk to me like a pirate all the time when we're talking about, just like who's coming over. What time are you going to be here on Friday? And it's weird, but we have to do it. So for our final question, I will talk in a bad pirate voice, and the two of you are responsible for telling me the name of the song and the show that it's from. Last question. Are you both ready?
Ready.
Okay. When the moon is in the 7th house. Oh, crud. That was so close. That was so close.
I'll give it to Mama. I'll give it to Mama.
Okay, Laura's gonna give it because Laura knows you gotta give it to your mama.
Always. It's funny here. No, but you gotta do it like a pirate.
Oh yeah, can you say it like a pirate?
Aquarius from here.
That. And now you know where I get my amazing ability.
That is incredible.
All right, I think it's actually the age of Aquarius, but again, because you're my mother.
She gets it.
The age of was understood.
It was. I think it was in parentheses. I think it's in parentheses. I think you're good.
All right, well, ladies, that ends this amazing round of Broadway trivia, and with a little bit of a lift, I'm going to declare Hannah Lazaroff the winner today.
Well, let's just say I'm the winner with accommodations.
No.
Never.
Thank you for being such a good sport.
Of course, you're amazing. That was fun.
All right.
My pleasure.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Go find my child. Back to you.
Rachel, I just love your mom. I feel like I have a connection to her. I too, back in the days, I think it was like late 80s, I also played Annette and said, the silk, no, the satin sheets, I think.
It's the best line in the whole show. It's true.
That's it. I mean, it's kind of a rite of passage when you get to play that role. So she is adorable and I love her. And congratulations to your mom and better luck next time, Laura.
It's all right.
Laura.
She's fabulous. She's fabulous.
Mamas always get to win. It's a good lesson.
Always
It's a good
win.
Mhm.
Well, end of Broadway trivia and right over to Whatcha. Laura, what do you got for us?
Welcome to Whatcha, my segment where I give you recommendations on things to eat, things to try, things to watch. But we are starting, as always, with our Were You Watchin' trivia question. Listen carefully. At the Rangers game, what is in the stands in lieu of spectators right now? So the first person to answer correctly in the comments below will receive a prize. Congratulations to last week's winner, Laura Gonzalez. She correctly identified Deidre's Dairy Queen order as the Extreme Chocolate Brownie Blizzard. Laura will be sending you a small gift. Congratulations. Remember to watch this week's episode in its entirety because the trivia question, as you can see, could come from anywhere because we want to know where you're watching. Now, next up on Whatcha is a Whatcha Tryin'. I have seen a lot of these 30-day challenges on the internet that you could try. There's a 30-day squats challenge, a 30-day planking challenge, an arm blaster challenge. Well, I started a 30-day challenge this week. It is called the 30-day napping challenge. And it's been tough. I have battled on. I'm currently on day 6, so I will be catching a 25-minute nap later today. So I will keep you updated on my progress as I go through this 30-day challenge. Let me know if you want to join me, and John is showing you right now all the specifics on the 30-day napping challenge. So it is difficult, but I think we can do it. So once we get to that 30-day mark, we got that 2-hour nap coming. So I know we can all work up to that. All right, that's it for Whatcha. Back to you, Deidre. So ready for my nap.
Thank you, Laura. Finally, a challenge I can really get behind. So right now, while I go rest my head, Rachel, take it away with Quarantine Confessional.
Thank you, Deidre. And it is my pleasure now to bring to you the sportsiest episode ever of Quarantine Confessions. Come closer, closer, but not too close. Okay, friends. So as I have mentioned before, and even earlier in this webcast as we speak, I am not the world's most sportsy person. My athletic abilities are pretty much limited to running slowly in a straight line or riding on a stationary bicycle that doesn't go anywhere for, let's call it, maybe 30 to 45-minute increments. It's not that impressive. But all of my life, I have been a standout athletic supporter. I love watching live sports, and I especially like going to live sporting events. It's one of the things that I have missed the most about quarantine. Now, my live sporting event past started somewhat questionably when my parents took me to a football game and I ate something that didn't agree with me, and I might have barfed all over the lady that we didn't know that was sitting right in front of us. But things got way, way better from there. And I would say some of the most fun experiences that I have had, period, have been at live sporting events. Whether it was sitting behind the marching band at Texas Tech football games, to going to games with my grandmother and my great aunt while they smuggled in like an entire turkey dinner, which is completely true, or going to basketball games where we stole the head coach's seat and passed it up into the bleachers. We weren't good sports at all, but it sure was fun. But it just goes to show you that you don't have to be sportsy to enjoy and support sports. And watch me flip it and reverse it. You don't have to be artsy to enjoy and support the arts. Take it from a theater nerd. There's lots of ways to support the arts when you don't have to sing or dance or paint or do anything. So in our time of quarantine, remember your friends that are out there singing and dancing and painting and doing theater, and find ways that you might be able to support them. You will not be sorry. So go for the goal. Touchdown. And that is my quarantine confession.
Thank you, Rachel. You had me at sneak in the turkey dinner. I mean, come on, right?
It happened.
I wish I could have been there. Thank you so much for that. Now, a lot of people have been asking, what is the score for Repertory Company Theater? So I'd like to give you a little update. As you've known, there's been a lot of things that have been going on in the arts. RCT has seen 60% of their revenue down. We are really working hard to stay afloat. The City Arts Council have now dropped their funding 40%. Our capacity for our theater has been reduced down to 50 people. And this looks like it's going to continue on for a while. So we would like to ask for your help. We are raising money through the Survival Fund. And for the next 3 months, our goal is to raise $6,000 each month so that we can present to you this wonderfully safe, exciting 2020-2021 season when things can open back up a little more. And we really hope that you'll take a look at this link and check it out and be willing to support Repertory Company Theater. Laura?
The good news, Repertory Company Theater has some great new programming coming this fall. It is designed to fit the new normal with complete CDC protocols and social distancing. In August, we have a new Porch Light outdoor music series. The first show is Saturday, August 29th at 8 p.m. on our Twilight patio. Call the box office for tickets. And it's followed by our new radio play series, including Dracula, a radio play. It's a Wonderful Life, a radio show, and we'll be scheduling our September show very, very soon. Our School of Musical Theater will have a new workshop series, Broadway Boot Camp, for ages 10 to 16, and details are also available on our website. Rachel?
Well, so you might be thinking after that, what is a radio play per se? Well, let me tell you, it's awesome, it's fun. We are going to be transforming our theater into a vintage radio station. So we'll have live actors on the stage very safely presenting our radio play. It will be live, we will have a live audience, but we're also looking at opportunities for live streaming online so that you don't even have to be in our theater to enjoy the radio play. I think it's going to be so much fun, so stay tuned for more details about that, and you can catch up on more of our radio play series on our website, rcttheater.com.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, we are so excited for the opportunities that we will have to get to see you. And as always, ladies, what a great time together. And until we can meet again, I am.
You are.
We are
RCT.
Point one, two, three strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Look at the sporty boy who just made it back.
That's a sporty boy.
That's a sporty boy.
Welcome home, sporty boy.
That's right. That's my life. That's my life.
And your head is cut off, Deidre?
Yes, I'm reading. Sorry. Where's this for? Sports, comics, comic, TV, a clip. Okay. A breadstick, a baguette.
A baguette?
Oh, baguette.
Right.
Sorry, my husband and son are just literally walking in after I haven't seen my son for a week. Hey, I'm literally recording. Welcome home. I love you so much. Can you go in the bathroom? I love you. And now we wait.
I ran out of time while I was singing. I was like, well, I gotta grab what's nearby.
I added a descant.
A descant.
A descant or everybody sing.
One more time.
And second verse, same as the first.
Oh, seriously.
Thank you so much, Laura, and so interesting to hear from Jeff. I can't imagine all that challenge that he's facing right now. Hold on, sorry. By the way, is my camera here? Where am I looking at you? Am I looking
Just
at you
a minute.
right here?
Okay, you're okay like that, but if you move any closer, you're gonna be cut off. Okay? Yeah, like that.
I guess so close.
Can't say it won't happen.
I know. All right. Okay.
I thought that was kind of cool. It's pricey, but I thought that was funny.
I'm writing this down.
Bye.